So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add the so now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add the I'm trying to log out and log my other system in. So I'm trying to see how I can log out. That's why my Google Assistant. So I'm going to use this Google Assistant. We just in Google Assistant mode in VS Code. Okay, so let me see. Let me go back and do how do I change change my Google account in Gemini CLI. So this is the screen that I'm going to use. This is the screen, the TFT screen that I'm going to use on it. This is the screen that I'm going to use. So I'm coming to set up everything. So the moment you can see it is off now. When I bring it back, it comes back on. But I'm running on Android. I'm running on Arduino. I'm running on LGT8, which is Nano, the clone version of the Arduino Nano. So now what I'll do is let me go back. Let me close this YouTube. So I'm going to close this. Then there is the project that we want to work on. Let me go to desktop. No, it's not a desktop, it's a documents here. And I don't know. So this is the ECU emulator. But my ECU emulator, it uses this screen. If you watch the previous video, so it uses this screen and this thing. Let me disconnect my so I'm going to let the AI change the screen. So if you can see, this is how the screen works. So if you can see, let me see if I can get it close to the camera for you guys. Sorry for the glitch. So let me see if the camera can focus on it. Okay, so if you can see, I'm able to control it with this and change RPM, but today I want to put it on a large screen. And with that screen is for let's say is so there is the small screen. I'm using 0.96, so I'm going to fix it on this screen, which is the bigger screen. So I'm going to let Gemini write the code for me. So I'll let Gemini write the code for me, then I'll be able to add the screen to it. Then I'll do my connection and see how it will go. So first of all, what I'll do is with Windows, I can do right click so that I ask it to open the terminal for me. Oh, it's that. Or if I like, I can copy the address. Okay, then open my terminal. Then do Gemini. Oh, no. I should have rather change my directory before I do the Gemini, so that the Gemini will open in my directory. So I'll wait for it to open, then I'll change it. I'll do that change. Okay, so now that Gemini is open, I have to close it. Yes. Yeah. So let me close Gemini. Let me do my command prompt to go to that directory, and let me do paste. Okay, so now that I've opened it, let me check my directories. Okay, I have I can't do list because I've not done So now what I'm going to do is now I can do Gemini so that it opens the project itself. So anything I do, it will it will go and check my file which is in this project, which is this file. So Gemini will go and check it. So let me wait here. So now what I have to do is, let me state, add tf add tft. Let me see under the screen, add tft sp. This one is xpi, so it has a lot of cables that you have to connect to the screen. SPIs 128 by 160 display to the project. So I'll let it do it. Then after it is done, I'll also let it port the whole code from, let's say, okay, I didn't ask the question properly, so let me go back and say code. Okay, tft spi 28 by 160 display to the projects. Let me do it that way. Let me do you're going to understand it. Yeah. So it's now investigating the project, it's now reading the project file, then from there it will continue. So now I'm waiting for this project to be done. Then after it is done adding the screen, I'll also let it compile and upload it to the code. Then I'll let it show me the pin out for the code. Let me give it time. Okay, so the project is ongoing. So now, okay, I will add it got the right thing that I want it to do for me. So it's now going to add into it. Then after it added, I'll let it compile the code. So it's using the right library, and the library has already been installed. And with this one, Gemini is going to use the Arduino CLI to do the compiling after it has added the code. So I'll wait for it to add the code to the system. Then so it's going to modify this code. So let me do a copy here before it starts to modify. Oh, why do I have to copy this code? Copy. Let me do the paste here. Just that it's going to add another name here. Copy. So now let me allow this one to be worked on, not the copy one. So let me check my Google and see how far. So at this point, Google is going to do everything for me. So it's now writing the code. And if you want Google to show you the code that is writing also, it can show you. So I'll wait for Google to finish writing the code. Today it looks like it's a bit slow because it's going to restructure all the code so that the code will be able, so if you can see, it's restructuring all the code so that you'll be able to see what we used to see the last time, what you were seeing on this small screen on a big screen. So what you are seeing on this screen is going to change, and it's going to go to a TFT screen, which is not just black and white, it's a colored screen, but we are just going to see the black and white version. So let me allow it to do the changes. So if you can see 1, 2, 3, so let me allow it to do the changes. Then let's continue. Okay, so it's not just 3 changes, it's doing more changes. So just let me allow it to do, and it's going to add the library to it also. So after adding the library, I'll let it give me the pinout that I can use to check or connect to my. So let me see if I'll be having cables to do that work as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the last one. Oh, right, this is straight. Let's see. So if you can see, this is the library that is going to change because it's not using I2C. It's going to change some of the library and some of the structures also. So you can see now it's changing all this one, so I have to connect to this way, it's only this way. And also it's going to change the structure into this, and also it's going to delete all this because this one was for the OLED screen, which is the address of the OLED screen. So it's going to also change this and simply do this black. So the screen that we are going to see will only be black and white. We are not going to get the full color of it. We are just going to see black and white. Why are you behaving this way today? Miss, me, life. So let me do the request again. Okay. I don't know why Gemini is behaving that way. Maybe it wants to switch to. I have to let it switch to Flash. Okay, so now if you can see, I can do that. I will replace the existing OLED with this. Yes, that's what I want you to do. I will now modify the file. So I'm waiting for you to modify my file for me so that at least I can know what to do. So I have to find for the exact pins. I'm not going to use the full SPI pin. I don't know if it will work that way. If it doesn't work that way, then I'll ask him to give me a code that will let it work. The pin out that will let it work, or the pin out for the connection. Okay, I've updated the code. So now let me do pin out for FT display. Let me space this thing. So now let me let it compile. So I've connected compile. You have to understand compile and upload code. Forget about the spacing. So this one is going to do the compilation for me. Then it's going to upload. The reason why I like to use it this way is anytime it compiles the code for you in this manner, when there is any error, it will be able to tell you. Yes. Let me see if I can find my comport. Yes. Okay, I'll still need full qualified board name. No, I don't have it, so you just check my board list and find the right board to compile the code with. So it's going to tell me if it will not be able to find any board. So we have to wait for it to compile the code first before. Oh, okay, let me check my board if my board is available. Tell me the connected board. Okay, let me check my board first. Let me change my cable. Okay, now the cable is changed. Try again, because now the cable is changed. So try again and see if you'll be able to get the board name. And I'm sure you'll be able to get the board name because now the cable is changed. So if you do the list, you should be able to get the board name. This is how the world is going now. You have to use AI to do everything. You just command it, then it will do what you want to do, what you want it to do for you, and you can't run away from it. So you just have to join them as they are doing it. You just have to join them because you can't run away from it. Still no bot found. Oh, okay. Okay, what I'll do is let me open Arduino so that I can be able to get the board to work. So let me see if I'll be able to find the board. Maybe it's an issue. So before I do that, okay, let me do only compile, so that by the time I'm done checking the board connection, I'll know that, oh, okay. So I'll wait for this to load. So now that it is done, it is done with the upload. Let me go to select board. Although this board is not ES. Okay, let me test my boards and see if it is going to work. Let me connect another board before. Let me connect another board and see if I'm going to get the COM port, because that's the most important thing. Yes, so I'm able to get ports. So I've connected it to this board. I've connected it to this board. This Arduino Nano. I've connected it to this board. Let me quickly write this sketch to it. Let me go to examples. Let me find for an example that will run on my board. Graphic test or FEDA or ESP or hello. Let me see. Okay, let me do graphic test or okay, shape test, and let me see. So I'm going to wait for it to load. Yeah, it is loading. Let me close this one and maintain this one open. Let me see how far with my compilation. I couldn't compile the code without the full. Okay, I'm coming to give you the board, but now let me try and test my circuit. I know my circuit is working, but let me test this board first. This is not the connection that I've done on the board, so let me search for an example that will be suitable for the kind of connection that I've done on the board. Let me do this. Let me do this so that I'll be able to. So I think on Sundays we'll be building more projects day by day. No, I'm not tested. Okay, this one is up. This for ESP32 because of the kind of it is not for only ESP32, even for a different board also. Okay, so this is the ESP32. This is not for ESP32. So now what I'll do is I don't like this code, so let me find for another example that will just let it to work. Graphic test. So let me close this. So with this one, I know my board is working. I know my board is working. So what I'm going to do is wait for this code to load. Okay, so in case, okay, I've done this connection, this one, Okay, so let me compile and upload this code. And the moment I'm done, you should see a change in the screen. so it's not going to compile because this code has not been compiled before. One thing I like about this Arduino is it also gives you a comment about it, how it works and what is going on. But one thing about coding that is changing is now everything is moving to AI. People are building AI agents, and even if they build anything for you and there is a fault within the system, you can let the AI itself. So these are battery packs for different projects. You can let the AI itself do what we call compile or fix all the builds. Then it will check the code and fix it. Even some of the powerful AI can even check the security for you. But now I'm trying to love using Gemini, or it's not only Gemini that uses this. We have another one which they call RAP. Let me open that one. Let me open that one and see and show you guys something. But just that one, my subscription is finished. My free subscription is finished, and I've not bought any subscription yet. I'm just trying to see which of them I can use, because it is my hobby and it's not something that I'm always doing. I only use them to build projects. So that one maybe I'll hold on, but for now I'm trying to let me see how far. Yeah, it has started compiling, and any moment from now you should be able to upload to the board. If it uploads, just that the board is going to check the define and find which of them is okay for it to use. So let me see. Okay, it is done. So now it is uploading the sketch onto my microcontroller, which is MCU, my microcontroller. So let me push this here, and you can see it is done. I don't know if you can see the text. Let me remove this one. So if you can see, it is testing the screen. So that tells me that my screen is working perfectly. So now if I connect it to my ESP32, it should work. So let me just disconnect it from here. I can connect a power bank for it to work also. And if you can see, I'm also building another project. Yeah, it disconnected. I hope so. Let me go and see if I'll see the port here. So the moment I see the port here, I'll be able to tell my system that I've seen the port and the name of the ports. I don't know why it is not showing today. Let me disconnect it from there. Okay, so now I have because I can hear it connecting to it. Okay, so now this is what they call development board. Let me pack it somewhere, and I have this project, this 8 relay project also ongoing, but that one will be for another video. That one also I'm going to use AI to write the code and everything for me, but for now this is my main project. I'm going to change the screen. So let me see if my port is back. Okay, let me check why I'm not having any port here. Let me go to my drivers and see if it is a driver. It shouldn't be a driver's issue. So this is the second one that I'm talking about, the RAP. So I have 0 now. They said they will reset it in August. If not, then I have to go to another plan. So now I'll wait for it to before I go to. So with this one, you can use it as a terminal and also use it as a. So let me go to terminal. But with this, when you are using this one, it does everything from installation. All you have to do is to just command it, tell it what to do, and it will do it for you. Installing of any necessary apps that you need, and it's with this one, it's linked direct to PowerShell. So when you are using it, you have access to PowerShell, and it does the command line, everything, coding, everything for you. I can go into it, but my only issue is I will not be able to use it. I will not be able to use it because I don't have anything. I don't have any credit to work with it. So let me check my. Oh, I don't know why my board is not showing. Because if my board is not showing, my AI will not be able to compile the code for me. So let me check. Let me go and check here. Let me close this app for now because I'm not using it. I don't want to waste my memory, my RAM. Let me close this also. Okay, so let me disconnect and reconnect it and see what I'm going to. Let me see the difference. Okay, I have another ESP32 board here. Okay, so let me use. So this two ESP32. This is the one that when I connect it's not working. So I'm going to connect to this one. Okay, let me go to my ports and see if I'll see anything different. Oh, where are they? Oh, where is port? Okay, let me connect this one here also. Okay, I'm connecting this to see what I'm going to get. USB. Let me disconnect this. Oh, okay. It looks like I'm getting something here when I connect it. Let me see what I'm getting. Why my board? Okay, USB serial. Let me see if I'll be able to update it. Search automatically. Let me see if I'll be able to update it today. So this shouldn't be a difficult thing. Okay. Let me download. Let me see the type of chip I'm using on it. Yeah. Then I'll download the drivers for the chip because I don't know why that is CH3403. Okay, so let me do CH3403. So okay, drivers. Let me find for the drivers and let me fix my drivers issue. Problem installing drivers. Oh, okay. Let's pop up and let me fix that drivers issue. My drivers issue. Yeah, I have to get this file. I have to get this up and install it. Yeah, that's the drivers for the PC to communicate with your ESP32. I'm not getting any better information. Let me go back to Google and let me go and find for my drivers myself. Okay, so let me download it from there. Oh, I can also download it from here. Let me see. Download. So this is from China, yeah, as usual. Let me open this file. Let me extract. Let me do extract here. Extract file. Okay, it is done extracting. Let me install it so that my USB serial here will go off. I'm even surprised why it happened that way. Let me close this thing. Let me do install. With the installer, you should be able to install every needed file for my ESP32 to turn off and start working perfectly. How come? Okay, you can see that now my port is back. Now I'm having port here. So after it's telling me installation field, I'm having my port available. Thank you. Let me close this and close this also. And let me minimize this. Okay. Now I should be able to see it at port 6. Yeah. Okay, so the ESP32. Oh, okay. I think this is why. This is the reason why I'm having this issue. I think my ESP32 board is not installed. It's installed. Yeah, I have it installed. So why didn't I get the drivers? Okay, so let me go to the board and it should be able to connect. Okay, let me select COM port 4. COM port 6, sorry. So let me go to serial print. It should give me some information. It is connected, yeah. So now you can see for this one is running a different software. That's for my relays, my 3 relays. We'll be building that project maybe next week or next 2 weeks. We'll be working on that project also. So now I hope when I connect this, it should work. Yeah. You can see it's now telling me it is connected. So the moment it tells me it is connected, then that means I'm good to go. Yeah. So it's telling me it is connected. So now let's go back to our coding. So let me go back to compile and upload. with the Gemini should be able to identify the comport. Let me close this so that it doesn't interfere. So Gemini should now be able to find the comport. Now it's able to find the comport, and it has seen that it is ESP32. So it is going to run the code by itself, then compile, and if it compile and there is any error, it will try to fix it for me, or to ask me. I think it is facing an issue with the compilation of the code. If it's not able to analyze it's able to analyze it. I think I have to tell it the actual port that the file is, the device is connected to. Let me just cancel it, and let me do on COM6. On COM6. Let me see if it will be able to pick it up quickly and work around it. Let me investigate why I'm having this error. I think I have to let it switch from draft automatically switch from Pro to Flash. If it's still going to give me problem, I'm going to close the whole thing and redo it again. I think now it's not giving me a problem, and it's going to compile and upload it. I apologize for the error. It seems I cannot use the. I'll try and compile and upload code using relative path. Okay. I will now attempt to compile and upload code. So now I'll wait for it to do the compilation. And it's telling me I've used 94. So normally when it goes down, it will switch to Flash. So I'll wait and see if it will be able to compile and upload code. Then after uploading it with the pinout, I'll tell it to give me the pinout. Then I'll use the pinout to fix for my so I just put it on it, and the only thing that will be left for me to do now will be to connect this screen to it. So even with this screen, I can run it with my power bank over there. So you can see that now my screen is running several tests. Stop wasting energy. So with this one, you can also run these commands right in the same file. Let me copy the commands in case there is another error. So I'll wait for it to reversing the execution strategy. So I'll wait for it to finish it. I'll give it like, it's now 3 minutes since it started trying to do that. So let me give it 2 minutes. So now let me open my Chrome. Okay, so now after waiting, I think now it is done compiling. Oh no, API error. Okay, now you can see it has switched to Flash. So let me redo it again, and let me. Okay, now that it has switched to Flash, it should be able to do the work for me, because it looks like I exceeded my pro. I think I have to subscribe to one of the AI. See that Gemini is way better, because when you subscribe to it, it also gives you some advantages like 2 terabytes of storage. I'm trying to see which error I was getting. So let me hope it should be able to do it. Oh, okay. So now let it fix our build error, because I don't know where from this error. Maybe it's not able to install this directory. Sorry, it's not able to install this library in the system. So what I'm going to do is, let me see if I'll be able to install it. Let me open my app and see if I'll be able to install it. So I don't know where that error is from. So all I have to do is to let it say if you can see error during build. So let me tell it to fix build error. And let me see, I'll attempt to compile the code again and identify the address in the error. So let me try and see if I can install, because I know I should have this library installed on my device already. So let me wait for it to pinpoint and fix error. Let me go to my library, my Arduino. Normally when you are using the Arduino CLI, it also run with the libraries in here. So let me see, free RTOS. No, I have RTOS. I have Arduino Essential RTOS. Fast food code, not that one. Let me install this one and see if it's going to work. Yeah, I know the Gemini will not install the library, but let me see if it's still happening. I'll ask Gemini to install the library for me. So if you can see, it says free real-time operating system. So normally when you install this ones, you can just go into your let me wait for it to install the RTS that I'm trying to install. This thing has kept long, but let me be patient for it so that it will be able to fix the actual problem. Then from there I'll be able to know what to do. Okay, it has run into an error again. Let me see, analyzing compiling. So it's going to read and fix all the errors. So I think now it's going to read and fix resolving compilation error. Because I mean this is the likely error instead of maybe H1. Oh, okay, so instead of one H, it is rather double H. I think that's why. So you can see why I really like these things to read, or I really like them to do the compiling and upload for me. So it was able to identify when it, because my pro version was off and it wanted to switch to flash. That's why I was having that delay. So now that it has switched to flash, it is doing the writing now. It will do the writing and recompile, although it's a bit slow today. I'll start reading the current file content to ensure I'm working with the most recent. Okay, so you are working with the most recent one. So now what I'll do is I'll wait for it to finish writing it. Then it will tell me executing code adjustment. Let me see, when I open the file, the date appear here. Let me go to where my libraries, where I can see my library. Okay, so no change was done. Okay, let me see if I'll see. Okay, this code is different. This one is porting Flipper 0. So this project is a different project altogether. So now it's telling me it has done, reapplying TFCT display. Now I will tell it to compile code again. So now it's going to compile the code, and it's going to compile the code. Then from compiling the code now, it will upload it. So the moment it is done uploading the code, what I'll do next is I'll now ask it to give me the pinout again for my display, so that I'll be able to connect it to my display. But I'll later connect the CAN system. So when there is any conflict also, it will also tell me. Now that it's telling me no change detected, I'm hoping it has done the correction and it will not give me any error again. If not, then I have to manually do it. I have to manually compile it and let it do it for me, or do it myself. If I was doing it myself, although it might take time, but it will not take much time like that. So I'll just wait for it to finish. So it looks like that error is still persistent. So what I'll do is, to help it fix it. No. I want you to compile only one code. So let me check this. This is the code I want you to compile. So now what I'll do is, let me just cancel request and do it for me. this side. It looks like my API is giving me issues. I'll throw you away. Okay, so let me do the issue. This sketch. That's not the sketch I'm using. Okay, so the one that I placed down, let me just add some version to it. Version 2.2, 2.2.2. So let me go back to this. This is where the error is, where the error is. I'm not seeing the error that Google is talking about. So what I'm going to do is, I wanted it to add this for me, and it has already added it. So what I'm going to do is try and compile the code. So the whole issue is because I have this file here. So let me do cut so that I remove it from here. Then let me open. So already cut. Let me go to the desktop. Let me paste it here. It's not about this. This one is different. Yeah. Paste. Let me paste it here. Let me go back. Okay, so let me try and compile this code and upload it. Let me select my board. The type of board I'm using ESP32 development model. It is Compost 6. Okay. So now what I'll do is, it is connected, so I have to wait for it to compile. Then I'll later go back to my sketch because I don't know why it was confused, or it was seeing that this is having a double H, but when I checked here, it's having only one H. So let me see if I'll be able to go through. Say apologies for Google. If it's not able to do it, what I'll do is I'll open. So this version is also different from the one I opened on the desktop. This one is also different from this one. This one is written in platform I. This one they use the platform I. So this one has a lot of errors. So what I can also do is okay, let me use ChatGPT to fix my errors. Let me use ChatGPT to fix my errors. So it's telling me I'm having driver's error. I don't have this driver in it. That's the DC to DC converter. So now let me close it. The reason why I'm not having it is because of the bot selection. And let me do cut. And let me paste it, and let me even select the higher board, get board info. Yeah, I'm able to get some information about the board. Let me go to, let me select this huge file. Okay, it's already selected. So let me find for these drivers. Because if I input this error to ChatGPT, it's going to tell me to install these drivers. So let me install this library. So let me see if I'll be able to find such library. So this is a driver AC, a digital analog converter. Let me see if I can go to D and find it. I have one here. But let me go through it and see if I'll find the exact thing I'm searching for. The drive, DRI. This is drive, that's what this is. That's why I'm not calling that. Let me install this. This I to see, okay, this digital to analog converter. When it is done installing. So all these libraries mostly search for libraries for ESP32. Not all libraries can run on. So every platform has its own libraries. Slash DAC. Hoping I'll be able to. So let me hold on with my ChatGPT and let me try compiling this code again and see if it's going to give me that same error. Time is fast spent. I think I have to go and sleep. But I'm trying to see how best I can compile this code. If not, do it another time. But today what I'll do is so we'll go to documents. So there are two. So what is out of this? So this is the correct one. Okay, so now let me pin it here. Okay, let me copy the address. Copy. Let me open another terminal. Let me open another terminal CD. Before, let me close this one. Okay. So let me see if it's going to go past it. The code is plenty. Almost 1,000 plus. Okay, 970. And because of all this comment explaining what the code does and everything, it's not going to give me an error. Just close this. Enter. Let me open another Gemini. Let me see if I'm going to get any compilation error again. Because if Gemini should tell me the only error it was facing was the HCWH. So let me see if it will compile. So let me mount it on it. So I've mounted it on it. Let me reopen there. Today is 28. Wow. I don't know why my internet is so slow. I don't think it's from my internet, it's from there. Okay, so now it is open. Let me read. Notion. Just a moment, it's going to switch to Flash and I have to rewrite it again. So with this one, I'm using Platform IO. So this is Platform IO, and you can see with Platform IO, let me do this, let me go in here. So this is a Platform IO project. So Google is able to read and know what to do. I did that, I think, on the 18th, right? I started creating it on the 17th. Then I did the editing on the 18th and 20th. And even 21st, I did another editing. So it's going to read and tell me, read file. Okay, so let me do compile and upload. The computer is crazy slow. I don't know why today I'm having this slow computer. Maybe my computer itself is slow, that I have to replace it. This time I have to replace it. So let me wait for it to finish compiling it. Let me see, the ESP32 is connected here. So the compilation has started. I have to wait for it to compile. So if it pops up any error, I'll use ChatGPT to fix those errors. If I'm not using this browser, let me close it. Let me see how far it is and also. Okay. Yeah, so it's adding this library to it. So let me tell it yes, so that I can add the library to it. You have to change the, see that you are removing the OLED and replacing. The reason why I don't like using the TFT is you use a lot of pins, so it occupies most of the pins, but the I2C only if you take the power and ground out of it, it only use only 2 pins, but for the SPI it uses almost 5 or 6 pins when you even take off power and ground. So at this point, I'll allow it to do its editing. It failed to edit. Why? Could not find. So it will change all the display sizes and every needed thing that has to change. Why? I really hate this thing. If it appears again, I have to cancel it and redo it again. I don't know why today my Gemini Flash is behaving this way. Let me go and check my compilation. There's an error. Let me what it can do. Still having this. Today I don't know why my AI is having error, and I don't want to use the offline, that one, another headache. Okay, what I'm going to do is, why don't I try VS Code to see if it's going to work. There is a saying that one man's poison is another man's champagne. Let me just cancel the whole thing. Let me go to VS Code. Oh wow, so I've exceeded 1 million token input. That means another time. Okay, let me use my VS Code. Let me wait for it to load. Then I open this, not the project that I want. Let me go to open folder. Not this project. Go to documents. And selected. Let me see if I'll be able to use some of the AIs here to do what I want to do. We start by saying TFT 128 by 160. 160. Project. Let me see if I've also exceeded my limit on my co-pilot. I'm seeing if it will be able to do it. I said it. I've exceeded my limit, so I'm not sure it's going to work. Trying to see how good this thing is going to work, and the compilation is still stuck here. If you want to let me open. Okay, so Google has added the library to it. Oh, really? Yeah. So let me see if it's added into the emulator. No, so it has not done that. Let me see the C++. Okay, it has not done that. But it has added it to the file already, so let me. it's not working, then at least I have to go and sleep and come back tomorrow. It's still loading. Okay, it's compiling. I'm hoping it compiles fully, then I connect my TFT to it. Just that the compilation is taking that much long. Oh, at long last, my error is up. So it's telling me so I'm able to declare this hash. Let me copy it and take it to ChatGPT. My companion, my coding companion. It's two options. It's either I load all the code to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT will be like the code is too long, so it will not accept it. So let me just upload the error to it and let me see if it will be able to tell me something about the error. So your code is giving multiple compilation error to library. So okay, it's the classic here. Okay, there. What is the solution? That's what I want. I want solution. Okay, your code is using MBS and conflict. You must remove the MPC can library. If you must install the correct library by okay. Okay. So let me just do it. Also define replace count yes again. Okay, let me upload the code to ChatGPT. This is the code. to ChatGPT so that ChatGPT take care of it for me. Let me write fix or build errors. ChatGPT is going to analyze it and fix it for me. Okay, thank you. Okay, so do the fix for me. Oh, okay. Here is a full correct code and compilable version based on your hardware using ASP. Yes. Okay, so this is what it's corrected. And there's the library that I have to change with the pin. So let me check and see the pin that is using on that. Let me see. Oh, okay, the pin was not defined. That's my issue. The pin was not defined. Oh, damn it. Okay, let me define this pin. Okay, so space pin. Let me see if nothing is using pin 15. Okay, this command line is using pin 15. No, this is the SPS. Yeah, so it's using pin 15. So that's it, yeah, pin 15. Okay, so compile and upload. If it doesn't work, then I go in for ChatGPT scope. Even ChatGPT use the correct code. Okay, it is so different. Go ahead. I'm going to have compilation error. I'm going to have a compilation error because I should have just changed my library because there is a conflict between the Khan library and this library. So I should have just changed my library. That would have helped me. So what I'm going to do is let me wait for it to ChatGPT has given me the full code before compile. Make sure you have installed and you have deleted this library. Okay. Yes, do that for me. Chat, do that for me. Okay, so do that. Let me do new sketch. See, so let me bring my platform IO. Okay, so now let me copy the code. 2 select all and paste. Then edit. Then going for the one that it needs to be compiled with. So I didn't need to do this. This thing that I've done is an error. The pin statement that I did is an error here. It's an error because we called NPC, we shouldn't. Yeah. So all I needed to do was to change my library. This to NPC 2515. Let me see if I have that library. I know I have that library. NPC 2515. Let me see if it's going to work. I have to hope that this thing. It's my PC behaving this way. Wow. Oh. Like everything is crazy slow. Okay. I'm making an error here. the library is already installed. Just close and wait. Sometimes some of the codes keep long before they compile and close the unnecessary tabs. Let me try compiling it again and see if it's going to work. Let me just go and